Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Jack Stocken's Improver class, and a very warm welcome to anybody who's new. And if you are, and it's your first morning, please let us know. And welcome to all our regulars and our friends who tune in via replay. I think everybody knows that we just use the chat box to talk to the teacher. I hope you don't have any tech issues, but if you do, please use your welcome email and log back in with that, or you can click here for support just above me. And without further ado, I will get your teacher to join you. So here we go. Oh, the buttons are twirling around, so he must be in the vicinity.
He's here.
Oh, you're there. I just never know whether you're in the country or mystery location or where you are.
Well, I'm in the mystery location, but it's not so mysterious for regulars because they can see the rather nice painting of the Lake District in the background.
Oh, how gorgeous is it?
And I've got some friends with me today. Oreo Star.
Oh.
We'll say hello to them a bit more at the end.
Oh, aren't they gorgeous?
But I'm dog sitting, Franny, yes.
They love you, though, the dogs, I can tell.
They do love me because I feed them and I take them for walks. Yes. Don't mention that word.
That's
so I'm here all week. I'm dog sitting as my ex-wife is on holiday with the two children.
Oh, she's lucky to have you on call to dog sit.
Yeah. Well, she's got a dog sitter, but that costs her £60 a day, so I'm saving some money.
Ooh.
Also, it's really nice for me to be with the dogs, and I take them up to Harrogate as well a bit too.
You know I'm a vet nurse, don't you?
I'd forgotten, but I did know it. Yes, you could come in very useful, Franny.
I could, very useful.
Although it's a bit far. Well, it's a bit far for me to take my pets to Australia.
I have been over to the UK and I have done a dog sit over there.
Well, never say never. You can come and dog sit here one time in East Witton.
You've got a big class this morning, Jack, and I wonder if you've got any new people. There seem to be quite a few people that have logged in from Ireland.
Right. Well, hopefully they'll tell us if they're new, because it's always nice to introduce new members to the class.
That's lovely.
But yes, we're squatting today.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
no, I've changed it.
Bits.
Well, it was going to be invitational bids, but I'd actually got it in the wrong order. So actually squat is now invitational bids in a few weeks' time.
Okay. Oh, that'll be good. Squat. All right. I better get out of the way and let you run your class. So I'll talk to you later.
Yes, we'll remember at the end just to say hello to the dogs as well.
I would love that. Yes. Bye.
Okie dokes. Thanks, Franny, for the introduction. And we are ready to start, everyone. Beetle's never learned squatting. Well, Beetle, you are in the right place at the right time. Let me just press a few buttons. And we are off. 9:32 UK time from the not-so-mysterious location. Who's who at the bridge table? I think you all know this, but, you just need to confirm it. West is the opener because they bid one club. East is responder because they're responding to the opener. And the two people left and right of the opening bid, they're known as the overcaller. So it's very important to know who you are because everyone has their own set of guidelines. I don't like to say the word rules because that makes it sound like double maths. Charles has got no sound. Yes, Charles, I think you'll have to email Franny, but I can't help you on that one. And let me just tell Charles we can't hear, so email support, Charles. Here you go. Right, so to overcall at one level, well, again, this will be a recap for most of you, if not all of you, a 5-card suit. That's a golden rule and shall never be broken. 2 honours in the 5-card suit, but what we call suit quality. And just a minimum of 6 points. That would be your bare minimum. things do depend on vulnerability, of course. Be more cautious when you're vulnerable. So here's a minimum overcall of 1 spade. Yeah, we've got 6 points, and we've got a 5-card suit with 2 honours in that suit. And it is quite a good idea to overcall it. I mean, you're not going to play in 1 spade. You probably won't end up playing this contract, but it does take bidding space away from the opponents. Makes it far harder for West to bid now. They'd have to bid at the 2 level. So that's why I love bidding 1 spade as an overcall. Caroline's got a good point. She's counting the 10 as an honour card. That is correct, Caroline. Yes, so not a 10 does count as suit quality in bridge. It does count as an honour card. Yeah, and your partner knows your suit for the lead, Maggie. That's another main reason why it's good to overcall with a decent suit. Yeah, so you've got 10 points here, but the suit's just too poor quality, really. That should be a pass. I wouldn't worry so much, Janice. The opener knows about your shape. It's more important in bridge, as we all know, to impart information to your partner, whether that be in the bidding, mainly in the bidding, of course, yeah. It also happens when you're signalling and discarding. 2 levels, slightly stronger, so a 5-card suit with at least 3 honours, or a 6-card suit with 2 honours. We'll look at the next slide, and a bare minimum of 8 points. You'd have to have a good long suit if it was just 8 points. So a useful guideline for overcalling at the 1 level and 2 level is what we call the SQUAT test. Suit, quality, overcall, test, SQUAT. What it is, you add the number of cards. Quite a few of you will know this already, but it's a good recap. Add the number of cards in your 5-card suit, the number of honour cards in that suit, and they must equal or exceed the number of tricks bid. And there's a man doing some squats, look. So, you'd be tempted to bid 2 hearts with that hand as an overcall. I would as well. But does it pass the suit quality overcall test, known as SQUAT? Yes or no? Would you bid 2 hearts or would you pass? First question of the morning, and a warm welcome to those watching in replay. Could be morning, afternoon, or evening. Very much part of our class. And do remember to use the posting page to ask the odd question, especially those who aren't joining us live this morning. So good. Nearly everyone's passing because we've only got a 5-card suit with 2 honours in that suit. That only comes to 7. That's not 7 tricks. We need 8 tricks to be bidding 2 hearts, of course. So well done. A disciplined pass there. Also, I don't particularly, for the more experienced players, I don't really like overcalling at the 2 level with 5, 3, 3, 2, really, dead balanced. Partner usually turns up with a small doubleton and we're in trouble, Charles looks like he's back with us. Right, let's go straight into the first hand on BBO to practice what we preach. And SQUAT applies at the 1 level as well, Emma. Yeah, and also at the 3 level. Just to help Emma out. Now then, would you open 1 heart on the West hand or pass, or 2 hearts? What would you open with the West hand, do you think, if anything? Yes, 1 heart is far too fast. It's a rule of 20, isn't it? Eta, correct. 11 points and a 6 and a 3 shape. And so that's rule of 20. Good. I think everyone's up on the rule of 20. Would you overcall 2 diamonds? Is the $1 million question. On the North hand, you've got the points. Have you got the quality? Have you got the suit quality? We'll remember to bring in the doggies at the end for a little hello. For those who are dog lovers. Yeah, so we can overcall 2 diamonds. 6-card suit with 2 honours, ace, king. So that adds up to 8. That's the number of tricks we're hoping to make. Lisa and Den, yes, a minimum of 8 points for a 2-level overcall, bare minimum. Doesn't mean you have to overcall with 8 points, by the way. It would depend on the length of your suit. If I only had 8 points, I really would prefer to have a 6-card suit, to be honest with you, to make up for the lack of points. Some people say 10 or more points at the 2-level. I'm happy with 8, but it would have to be a decent 6-card suit. Right, do we bid anything with the East hand? What do we got? 8 points. Yes, well done. 2 hearts there just shows 6 to 9 points and 3-card or 4-card support. Yeah, good. Well done. South, can they do anything now? What have they got? 10 points? Thinking about bidding 2 spades, but do we pass the squat test? The opponents have found a fit. Normally when the opponents have found a fit in the major suit, by the way, the opposition, us, North and South, we've probably got a fit in the other major suit. Here, spades. It's just the way the cards go. So given they're bidding pretty weakly, 1 heart, 2 hearts, we can bid 2 spades here. Passing squat. 5-card suit. And we've got 3 honours. The king, the queen, and the 10. I think one of you, no names mentioned, missed out on the 10 there. West. I think West can bid 3 hearts with their 6-card suit. Why not? Just competing. And North. What from North? Well, definitely 3 spades. But I really like North's hand, by the way, now that partner's got at least 5 spades. I really do. I'm pressing the upgrade button, Maggie. Yeah. Ka-ching, there's the upgrade button. I think we can bid 4 spades, given that we've got lovely diamonds to set up. Yeah, it's the E word. Experience tells me to bid 4 spades here. Singleton in the opposition suit. Richard just needs a bit of help with the 2-heart bid. Happy to help out, Richard. No, just beginners would need 4 hearts, Richard, but improvers and beyond, a single raise of the major in ACL is just 3 cards or more, okay? And you don't need to have an honor anymore. No. There was a teacher who told you they had to have an honor card. You don't. 3 little ones is fine. Just to help Richard out on that one. But a jump to 3 hearts, Richard, there always shows 4 cards, okay? So just helping Richard out. And that is it. And thank you, partner, for the dummy. A number of different ways we can play this. I'd immediately be trying to work out, well, I'm just saying to myself, should I be drawing trumps? The answer is normally yes, no, or maybe. Yeah, quite often it's not obvious whether to draw trumps or not. That's what makes Declare play hard. You know, experience, of course, is the key. I keep telling my improvers who I play with. Definitely don't draw trumps. Let's just see what the defense do. What would you switch to at trick 2? As West, do you think? Clearly it's not right to play back another heart. I'm back in Harrogate next Wednesday, I believe. Then in another mystery location in 2 weeks' time. Yes, I do travel around a little bit in the summer months. Yes, I think a trump switch is called for here. Seeing the void in dummy. Yeah. Yeah. If in doubt, trump about. Good. Tend to win with the king. I tend to play the highest card there. Right. What next for us? Clearly it's, clearly we don't want to be drawing trumps here. You've got 2 options here. What do you think you might do? I think you've got two options without giving them away. Which card are we going to play next? I'm going to try and make maximum tricks. If I had a get out of jail card, yeah, it's between hearts and diamonds, by the way. No need to play a club. I'll use the back of my phone, my Findlerhofer. There we go. Is there any gold dust around the place in Declare or Dummy? That's my clue for you. Because normally it's right to set up the 5-card suit first. So very well done if you played a diamond, not a heart. We're going to try and set up diamonds. Club can go. Right, which one do we play here as Declarer? Someone wanted to know about why we played a trump. Oh, it's Margaret. Hi, Margaret. Yes, because it cuts down the roughing power of dummy, Margaret. Often best to switch to a trump if you see a void or singleton in dummy. That cuts down Declarer's trumps in the dummy, takes them off the table. Hope that answers your question. Can be a very good lead, a trump, and a good switch, especially if there's a shortage in dummy. Yes, we do need to trump high here. Now play spade to the ace. Ooh, let's have a discard of the 10 of clubs, shall we? High encouraging. Partner, please play a club if you get in. Another diamond. Roughed high again. We can now trump a heart in dummy. And we've got 2 winning diamonds, haven't we? Okay. West trumps that winning diamond. That's fine. Always going to make their 9 of spades. They switch to a club. But we can win with the ace. Rough another heart in dummy. And triumphing. Let's just marvel at that diamond. We've actually made, by trumping out the diamonds, establishing the suit. We do a lesson on this, of course, coming up in a few weeks or a few months' time. It's called establishing. The lesson is called establishing the 5-card suit with trumps. It may even be in the lesson library for the intermediates or the improvers. But it's a really useful skill to have up your sleeve because we're going to make 2 extra winners. 11 tricks, I think, at the end. There we go. Emma's asking you, how did you know to go for the gold dust and not the void on dummy with hearts? Emma, it's a word beginning with the letter E. Experience. But I will quantify that. Normally, establishing the 6-card suit or the 5-card suit is more lucrative. And we did rough 2 hearts at the end anyway. Yeah, no, I'm expanding on the E word. Normally best, Emma, and others, to go for the 5 or 6-card suit first. You'll make more extra tricks, okay? And actually, we did end up roughing 2 hearts anyway later on, but those diamonds gave us 2 extra tricks. So normally, establishing the 5 or 6-card suit is the best thing to do before drawing trumps. Good. So that's 450. That would definitely be the top score. A, because not that many would be in 4 spades, and B, because we played it well and made 11 tricks. So all good so far. Let's go back to the classroom. Vulnerability is so important for experienced players. It comes into play when overcalling, when supporting partners overcall. Clearly be more cautious when vulnerable, because the dreaded -2 vulnerable is 200 to the opposition. That normally gives them the top score, known as the kiss of death, the -200 playing duplicate, which most of you will play. There are no hard and fast rules about vulnerability. It's not cut and dried, but be more ready to pass when your hand has poor shape and few points. Okay, let's just practice the suit, practice squat a little bit. Can you bid 2 diamonds with this one? Got the points. Just 8 or more points at the 2 level. So we're applying squat. Just by the way, there was a very good BBO tournament we had on Monday the 6th of July, 2 days ago. I won't do any spoilers, but it is definitely worth watching. Some really instructive, fun hands, and yeah, you might be surprised at the score that we got. I won't give you too many spoilers. That's Monday. Have any of you watched it yet, or did any of you join us on Monday? Without giving any spoilers, like the England-Mexico football score, which my mum had the misfortune to see. But yeah, there was a really instructive and some really fun hands on Monday. You can get it in the replay library from the intermediates. It was actually, without being too kind of, what's the word, boastful, it was actually our finest hour, should we say, collectively. Right, let's move on from that. So 2 diamonds here is passing squat. 6 card suit with 2 honours, yeah. And partner's going to lead a diamond as well. Hello, Star. Yes, I know. Would you bid 1 spade with this one? We've got 10 points. Just overcalling at the 1 level. Thank you, Angela, for your recommendation, by the way. It's always appreciated. I mean, you don't have to overcall, it's not. But I do love overcalling 1 spade because it pushes the opponents to the 2 level. And yes, we do pass squat. We've got a 5 card suit with 2 honours, counting the 10, Mary D. Yeah, some forget to count the 10. And we got 10 points. It's a decent point count, far more than the 6 that we might have had. Useful guidelines, squat. Okay, what do we overcall here? We got 13 points this time. Caroline's asking about the rule of 14. Well, Caroline, the most common mistake of squat is confusing it with the rule of 14. So I'm just going to say it briefly because I don't want to confuse you or others. Squat is for overcallers. The clue is in the title. Rule of 14 is purely for responder. Caroline said, if I open a spade and you want to bid 2 hearts and you suit at the 2 level, then use rule of 14. I'm not going to tell you about it now. But rule of 14 for responder to the opener. But it is a common mistake getting confused between the 2. What number of clubs are we bidding here? Yes, don't think because you've got so many honours, you should be bidding 3 clubs or 4 clubs. Just a nice, simple 2 club overcall here, yeah. Yeah, just overcall. It doesn't tell you what level to bid at squat. It just says, are you good enough to bid 2 clubs? And the answer is yes. 3 clubs here, of course, would be a weak jump overcall. Normally 5 to 10 points. Well, not normally. It would be 5 to 10 points in a 7 card suit type of thing. Yeah, so 3 clubs is a weak jump overcall, just by the way. I hope you're all playing those. They're very useful. We have taught them to most of you, maybe not everyone. Okay. Do we bid here anything? Partner's overcalled 1 diamond. We are responding to partner's overcall, just so as we're clear. Yes, your next BBO is coming up at the beginning of August. Yeah, we do it the first week of the month, then we every 2 months for the improvers. Your next BBO will be beginning of August. And it's a pass here, yeah. Don't make the mistake of bidding 1 spade. That'll promise a 5 card suit with 2 honours. Yeah, good. Yeah. Well done, everyone. Let's move on to part 2 of the lesson, really. So that's part 1, squatting. Part 2 is supporting partner's overcall. So given the partner will always have at least 5 cards, you can support with just 3 cards or more and roughly 6 or more points. Yeah. Depending a bit on vulnerability and what kind of shape of hand you have. Well, what you do in supporting partners overcalls, you bid to what we call the level of the fit. Okay, it's the same strategy you use if partner opens a week 2 or week 3. You bid to the level of the fit. You also do it when supporting partners overcall. Of course, some of you will be doing the level of the fit already. Some might be new to it. Some might have forgotten it or be rusty. So what you do is add the number of cards in partner's 5 cards suit, the number of cards you have in support. So you always assume they've got 5, then bid to that level. And just NB, only the overcalling side bid to the level of the fit, never opener or responder at the 1 level. So it's for supporting overcalls. And there we go. So if you've got 3 card support, raise partners bid to 2 spades. If you've got 4 card support, that's 9 cards between you. That's 9 tricks. So bid to that 9 trick level, 3 spades. And finally, if you've got 5 card support for partners overcall or more, you can bid to 4 spades. Shouldn't say plus there, by the way. It should just say 3 card support. I will change that. Okay, so let's put the theory into practice. 1 club by West. I've overcalled 1 spade. 2 diamonds by East. Let's assume no one's vulnerable. What would you bid with that one there? 6 points. I'd do that any vulnerability, actually, even if I was vulnerable. So we know we've got 9 spades between us. A bid to that 9 trick level, 3 spades. Not expecting to make 3 spades particularly, but it is a barrage bid, isn't it? It takes away so much bidding space from East and West, and that's why we do it. Let's play hand 2 on BBO. Oh, where are we? It's a 1 spade opener. Clearly, we pass squat with flying colours. West too weak to bid 2 spades with 3 points. And North, over to them now. What's their best bid now as North? Well, yes, they've got 10 hearts between them. So bidding to the level of the fit, the 10 trick level is 4 hearts. Half expecting to make, half expecting to go 1 or 2 down as a spoiling bid. And East, of course, can't bid again. Yeah, you might even do it with no points, Emma. Yeah, with nil point. You'd have to be non-vulnerable and have a singleton or something. You have to have, those factors do come into it. Four hearts it is. And what's the opening lead from West? Which card specifically do you think? Yeah, sometimes, Emma, I would bid the level fit with nil point, but I would have to be not vulnerable. I would have to have a singleton or a void to make up for the lack of points. Again, I'm afraid it's that dreaded letter again. I won't tell you what it is. Comes after D in the alphabet. D for David. Well, we should be leading partner's suit, which was spades. Ooh, 1 or 2 of you didn't. Yeah, that's naughty. I know who you are. Don't like to publicize names, though. Very bad for business naming and shaming. But yes, middle up down, 3 of spades there. The 7 would be wrong, actually, because that would show a doubleton high-low. Would you play the king or the 8 here? Depends a little bit who you're playing against. Some of the people I play against on Monday afternoon at my bridge club, which shall remain nameless, they lead away from aces. They overcall on 4-card suits. Very naughty. Right, I would play, for that reason, I'd play the king. It's almost certainly going to get beaten by the ace. It does, Lizzie, but we can't do anything about it. Lizzie's saying the 3 of spades is low for like. But promise, if you go with the 7 followed by the 2 or the 3, that looks like a doubleton. So we're kind of doing the best of a bad job, Lizzie H. Yeah. They would cash their queen. Oh, we need to go 7 here, don't we? Middle up, down. Otherwise, you see, partner might come back a spade, thinking West might over rough. So we go middle up, 3 followed by the 7. And what do we switch to? Or what do we do next? As East. I can, yeah, up to you. Do you continue with another spade or switch or... That first hand, by the way, which is quite tricky to play for 11 tricks, is playable on the BBO from the LBO website. And of course, you can hide the opposition hands now using the I button. Just click on it. So we switch to a diamond, specifically the queen. An encouraging 9, maybe. Say we've got the jack. And what card do we play next at trick 4, is it? There's no rush to take diamond roughs, actually. And the problem is, if you make the mistake of trying to rough a diamond, look what happens. Goes diamond, diamond. Diamond. This is the wrong thing to do, by the way. Look, we get over roughed by the king. It would be the wrong thing to do, play diamonds. So we need to get to dummy. Because we've got so many trumps in dummy, you see, there's no rush to take diamond roughs. Okay. And which card do we play from the dummy? Now, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to choose from. Why did we go to dummy with the ace of clubs? We did it for a purpose. The purpose was to draw trumps. Yeah, on this hand. And which heart should we play, Pen and others? Can we be more specific? Do you play the 2, or is it better to play the 9? Well, it's much better to play the 9. Play low, because then we can keep the lead in dummy, you see. If hearts were 3-0, if East had king XX, this would be a very important move. In fact, they're 2-1, it doesn't matter, but the player the 9 of hearts keeps the lead in dummy, so you can repeat the finesse. As it happens, the king falls anyway. But if East had had king XX, this would have been an imperative move to run the 9. So good play that, well done. Now we can take our diamond roughs in safety. They're not going to be over roughed. And we're on the home straight now. Just rough a diamond in dummy. And we're home. We've done the hard work. To the queen. Dorothy's got a question. It's a good question from Dorothy. Do you always finesse for the king if you have 10 trumps? It's a good question, Dorothy. And the answer is yes, you do. If you had 11 Then you play the ace, hoping they divide 1 and 1. But yes, if you've got 10 trumps between you, finesse the king. Good question from Dorothy. And that's 420. Yeah, so well bid by us, bidding the level of the fit. And well played by us as well, finessing the hearts. And not taking the diamond rough too early. This is interesting. East opened a heart. You overcalled 1 spade. West went 2 diamonds. North bid 2 spades, level of the fit, showing 3 card support. East has come in with 3 diamonds. Anything more for you as South, or not? With that 12 points and 6 spades. What do you think about that? Pass or 3 spades? Good moment for me to get some water. It's going to be a hot day today, apparently. Well, it is. I can see outside. Yes. We've actually got an extra space. We know we've got 9 spades between us. So we bid to the level of the fit by bidding 3 spades. Nine spades equals 9 tricks, level of the fit, yeah. Kind of half hoping to make 3 spades, really. Maybe stopping them making 3 diamonds. Let's play hand 3 on BBA. Here it is. And it's a 1 spade opener. And would you overcall 2 clubs on the East hand? What do we got? 8 points. I would say just. Yeah, we're not vulnerable. Yeah. Quite close. Yeah, or you could jump to 3 clubs there. Wouldn't mind that either. But in this particular hand, they just bid 2 clubs. 3 clubs is okay. Weak jump overcall, 5 to 10 points, 6 card suit. But this person just bid 2 clubs. Does North bid anything with their 7 points or not? Yes, correct, Ita. Most of us, I don't teach negative doubles online at the moment, but yeah, unless you're playing negative doubles. Some partnerships do, of course. Experienced partnerships would do. But otherwise, it's a pass. 2 diamonds here would show 10 or more points. Or the rule of 14 passed. East, anything for East with their 8 points? Well done, though, for passing with North. In the past, people have tried to bid 2 diamonds there, which I don't like at all. North. Yes, level of the fit 3 clubs. Then they've got at least 9 between them. South can definitely bid 3 spades with such a powerhouse. 17 points, lovely suit, even without any help from partner. West, anything more from them? Yes, it's a bit borderline, but they've got 1 more club they said they had. They're not vulnerable. Good shape. I think I would bid 4 clubs here. Yeah, we know got 10 between us. Yeah. And we've got a singleton, as Caroline's pointed out. Yeah, good shape. Unlikely to be doubled. and we're not vulnerable. Now, anything more from North with their 7 points? Would you pass or would you bid 4 spades? South has shown a very good hand, by the way, a good 6 or 7 card suit with at least 16 or more points. So, yeah, it would be, what's the word? Timid to bid 4 spades. Cautious. Sorry, to pass. So definite 4 spade bid here. Yeah, you got the Queen of Spades, King of Diamonds, Doubleton Club. Yeah, it's all looking good. And the opening lead is what from West? Clear to lead the singleton, isn't it? Okay, so I'm just deciding whether to draw trumps or not. I've already made up my mind. Third player play high with the ace. East is already wondering to themselves, why haven't they led a club? Given that we've supported clubs, they've led a heart. Now, which heart am I going to play, do you think, as declarer? South. Can you see into my mind? Given that I'm in a slightly cheeky mood this morning, the sun is shining, the dogs are happy. Oh, yes. No, not time yet. The WALK will come soon. Yeah, so here, it's subterfuge, isn't it? We're using that word on Monday morning, actually. It's the only time I ever use that word. I'm not sure how to spell it. But we can chuck the king under the ace. Cost us nothing to do that because we've got the jack and the queen and the 10 well, we've got the queen, 10 and the jack. It will never cost us a trick. And it does sometimes work. It's always very satisfactory when they switch, thinking we've got the singleton king, but East is adding 2 and 2 together and thinking, hang on, why have they led a heart? They're very likely to be short. So we rather sheepishly follow suit with the 8, but everyone has a bit of a laugh probably at the table, if they're humorous people. But it does sometimes put the opponents off the scent, dropping that high on it. But only do it if you can afford to do it. If it's going to cost you a trick, well, it'd be crazy to. But here it costs nothing to do that. Now, West is in the hot seat. What card do they play back? Obviously a club, but which one? Yes, it is a good word, subterfuge, Carol. I think the only time I'm ever going to use it is by teaching bridge online. You spelt it right as well, Caroline. Well done. Not that I'm surprised, that lady of your intelligence. Well, remember that partner from the bidding, partner raised to 3 clubs. So they've got at least 3 clubs, maybe 4. And there's a very good chance they've got the king. So the key play actually now is a low club. Yeah. It's no good playing the ace because then you can't get partner back in. You have to underlead your ace. It's one of the very few times you would do this. But the clues are there, as that man used to say through the keyhole, didn't he? That TV program. The clues are there in that rather annoying American accent. Not that I dislike American accents. He just had a rather annoying accent. What was his name? I always forget his name. He did Through the Keyhole. And then he also did Lloyd Grossman. That's right. And he put his name to some curries, didn't he? Yeah. From the supermarket. Curry pots. Curry sauces. That's the one. Anyway, let's move on from Lloyd Grossman and see what happens here. Well done. Good knowledge from Janice and Melanie and Beetle on the man who was in charge of the game show. Who lives in this house here? Right. So that's a really important play there. You wouldn't normally do that, I must say, underlead an ace. But it's your only hope to get partner back in for the rough, isn't it? And another heart comes back. Look. Can cash the ace of clubs now. I'll try to, but it's no good. It was quite a tough play, that. Now we just draw trumps. And claim the rest, yeah. As you know, I don't particularly like claiming. I wouldn't really do so if I was playing at the table, quite rarely. But we can do now. All trumps, all winners. But we are one down. That was a great defense. When I played this hand, it was a set hand I used to use before lockdown when I taught bridge face-to-face at the Palm Court Cafe in Harrogate in their private room. Yeah, not many defeated four spades here. So key play. The most difficult thing by far was underleading at ace of clubs, actually. Getting partner in with a king was a really smart move. Because if you play the ace of clubs, you see, you can't get partner back in again. But the clues were there in the bidding. Right, back to the classroom. Yes, what number of hearts do we bid here after partner's 1 heart overcall? By the way, I just thought I'd mention it. Nothing to do with bridge. But there's a very good curry sauce that Jack's mum recommended called Gymkhana. Gymkhana, I think, Gymkhana. It's quite expensive, but apparently Gymkhana, yeah. It's from some Michelin-starred restaurant in London. Anyway, you might see it in your supermarket. It's very nice. I've had one or two. So you learn more than just bridge on this channel. You learn how to cook homemade curries with a posh sauce. Are we all bidding 4 hearts? Yes, you are. Well done. Level of the fit. The opponents have probably got 4 spades on, but it's going to be a lot more difficult to find it. Bid to spoil. And talking of the Palm Court Cafe, that was my favourite thing at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, was chocolate cake and a pot of Yorkshire tea. That definitely was the way to a man's heart. Right. We are bidding to spoil. Yeah, you might make 4 hearts. You might go 1 or 2 down. Almost certainly they've got 3 spades or 4 spades on here. It'll make life harder for them. Let's play hand 4 on BBO. Oops. Where are we? So it's a 1 club opening. We call 1 spade. Would you bid anything with the West hand with your 9 points? Yes, you would. 2 hearts. Remember, it's always high fives in bridge, not 2 diamonds. It's always high fives, whether you're opener or responder. Well done. And that's a rule of 14, actually. So you've got 9 points and a 5-card heart suit adding up to 14. So that's for responder. Very important not to confuse it with squat, which is purely for overcallers. So 2 hearts there using the rule of 14. High fives. North. What do they bid, if anything? Well, level of the fit. Makes life harder for the opposition, doesn't it? 3 spades, 9 spades between them. East. What do they do? For those who do the losing trick count, it's a good hand for the losing trick count, isn't it, for East? Not all of you will do that yet, maybe. Again, a lesson coming up in the future. 1, 2, 3. Are you counting 5 losers? Those who don't do the losing trick count, it's quite difficult, so just let it waft over your head. Like the warm breeze. So they can definitely bid 4 hearts with 5 losers. Back to South. Anything more for them with their 11 points or not? Well, they've got the extra spade, haven't they? So they know they've got 10 spades between them, so they can bid 4 spades. And that's a win-win situation, really, for South, because either they're going to make 4 spades, or we might be 1 or 2 down in 4 spades, but in that case, 4 hearts will be making. So it's win-win for us. No, 5 losers. Let's just concentrate on the losing trick count for Caroline Emma for a second, because we've got a few extra minutes. 1 loser in spades, Emma. That's the ace of spades. 3 heart losers, ace, king, queen. No losers in clubs, obviously, and the ace of diamonds. It's the ace, king, queens you're missing. So East has a 5 loser hand for those done a losing trick count, and you assume for partners 2 heart bid, a new suit at the 2 level, they've got 8 losers. So 8 and 5 is 13. Away from the magic number, which is 18, leaves you with a bit of 5 hearts, which you wouldn't do. Right, so we're happy with that. Tempting for West to bid 5 hearts, but there's no guarantee 4 spades is going to make. 5 hearts would be 1 down. And interesting there. Do you lead a club or a heart, do you think? As partners, we've bid both, really, haven't we? Do you lead the 10 of clubs or do you lead the king of hearts? It's a close one. I think I slightly prefer the 10 of clubs. Yeah, you might get a rough. And just looking at the dummy, deciding whether to draw trumps, how to draw trumps. Let's see what happens. Winning with the queen, cheapest of touching honours. Come back the ace. Partner is showing their doubleton, the 10 followed by the 3, of course. You noted that. The king of clubs here. Now that's a bit awkward for us, isn't it? What do we play as South? Which trump? Clearly we need to trump it. There's no point discarding a diamond. Which trump do we use? And of course, it is slightly easier looking at the cards. I think the ace or the queen would be wasteful here. Actually, yeah, I think we need the ace and the queen for finessing later. I think we should chance the 8 here, hoping that West can't over rough. Yeah, difficult play to make, but I think we will need the point is we will need the ace and the queen later for drawing trumps. So luckily for us, West can't over trump, so that's lucky. What card do we play now as declarer? Well, we need to draw trumps, don't we? The diamond roughs can wait till later. There's no rush to rough diamonds. There we go. And which spade do we play? Choose between the 3 or the jack here. And it won't help you looking at the east-west cards particularly, but which is technically right? The 3 or the jack? Well done. You're playing well this morning, actually, as a group. I'm impressed. But definitely the jack. 2 reasons we're playing the jack. Anyone know what those 2 reasons are? There's 2 marks. So there's 3 marks available here. 1 if you guess the jack of spades, right? Good. 2 more marks if you can guess why we're playing the jack of spades, not the 3. There are 2 reasons, really. two reasons which are kind of interlinked to each other a little bit. But the main reason, yes, if you're watching in replay, have you worked out why? There's two reasons. Actually, there's three reasons mainly, Caroline. That's probably the third reason to tempt them to play the king. Third and probably least important. But actually, the reason we're playing the jack is two reasons. Mainly because it keeps the lead in dummy if it wins. Yeah. And secondly, it picks up all three cards in the suit if he's had started with king 10 7. Yeah, it's the only way to pick up the king and the 10 is to run the jack and latterly play to the queen there. So they wouldn't bother covering. Now we can play the ace. Correct, Sarah. Oh, yeah, Sarah's got a good point. Yeah, so we knew the king was with East. Good point from Sarah. I'm going to say Sarah, not Sarah. She said, yeah, if they had the king of spades or the 10, they would have over-trumped. So we pretty much knew the East had the king and 10 of spades. Well done. Good knowledge. And now we can create the void in dummy. Problem is, we didn't need to do that early on because we had so many trumps, you see. If you've got so many trumps, then you can afford to draw trumps first, then create the void in dummy. They can come back a heart, but we rough it. Whoops. Yes, a marked finesse, actually, Caroline. Yeah, we talked about the marked finesse. A finesse you know is going to work. So it was actually a marked finesse. Some of you hadn't heard of that one before. I think it was definitely this class last week. Was it we talked about the marked finesse? I'm sure we did a week ago. A finesse that you know isn't 50-50. It's 100%. What are we doing? So we're roughing a heart now. And we're roughing a losing diamond. And we're roughing a club as well. So a satisfying 10 tricks. Great contract. Yeah, good bidding, good play. What more do you want on a Wednesday morning at 10:26? 5 hearts actually would have only been one down. It would have been a good save against 4 spades, but we didn't know that 4 spades was making. You know, otherwise it would have been what we call a phantom sacrifice. So, yeah, as it happens, 5 hearts is one down, but, you know, we weren't to know that 4 spades was making. Right. Well, we're almost at the end of this lesson. Just before I finish, next Monday, come and join us for a review with the intermediates, if you fancy that. What are we reviewing? Oh, hello. We're reviewing no trump overcalls, splinter bidding, more advanced slam bidding, 4-4-4-1, finessing, and card placing. So there's a fun review on Monday. Next Wednesday, we are doing length and force in no trumps. So we're returning to declare a play. Let's just finish by giving you the 3 things to remember, though. There you go. There's your 3 things. Squat to tell your suit, to tell you if your suit has enough suit quality. Honor cards, that is. Secondly, overcall the 2 level of 5 card suit with at least 3 honors, minimum 8 points. And finally, bidding to the level of the fit when responding to partner's overcall. Just one caveat for the level of the fit. You can be a bit more careful when you're vulnerable and dial it down one. So instead of bidding to 4 hearts, sometimes bid to 3 hearts if you're vulnerable with no shape and not many points, because you can catch a cold. So that's just a little caveat for the more experienced players there. Well, thank you very much for your company on this nice Wednesday morning. And I appreciate all the thank yous coming down. I'm just saying, Franny, I appreciate all the thank yous coming down scrolling down the chat box.
Yeah, it was a good lesson. Really good.
Well, thank you. Yes, it's always a useful one, the squat test.
Yeah. So much
but just one caveat. sometimes you'll know this, I think, Franny. Sometimes when vulnerable, you wouldn't bid to the level of the fit. You come down one. Because if suddenly you're vulnerable and you raise to 4 hearts with no points or few points and bad shape, the opponents can double you, and it can be expensive. So if I'm vulnerable with poor points and poor shape, I would dial down a 4 heart bid to a 3 heart one.
Oops.
Oh, that's Gloria.
Yeah, she was just trying to be a pest. I'm sorry about that.
Should we say that? I think we haven't had a formal introduction to. Well, many of the regular viewers will know Star and Oreo. Star, Oreo. So this is Star. Come on, Star. Oh, Star's the baby.
Oh.
So Star is a golden doodle, I think. So a labradoodle and a cross between a poodle and a golden labrador, I think.
With a beautiful nature.
Saying
beautiful
hello.
nature, gorgeous.
Very good nature, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Star, who's a little one. And then we've got the big one here. Whoops. Oreo. 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 Oreo's gone camera shy. Oreo. Oreo's gone. Oh, here it is. Oreo, come here. Up here. Up, Oreo. Hang on. I'm not going to lift Oreo up. Star, no. Star's jealous. So Oreo's the big black one. Oh yeah, good girl. There we go.
But Oreo's a is a different breed cross.
Slightly, yes. Oreo's a labradoodle.
Oreo's pretty cute.
Oh yes, so they've both been trimmed recently as well. They have a haircut every few months.
Oh, good heavens!
They're getting a bit restless. So they know it's time for their WALK.
How far will you go with them?
Normally about half an hour in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening.
Do you stop at a cafe with them or just keep going?
Just keep going, I think, with these two. We're quite isolated where we are here in East Switton, which is the village. Okay. We're right in the middle of the Yorkshire Dales, so there's not many shops around.
Beautiful. All right. Well, that was fabulous.
Yes, and lots of nice comments. Melanie is more confident with her overcalling now, which is great. That's the idea of the lesson. Just saying, next week, Franny, we're doing length and force in no trumps.
Yep.
So we're going back to the player play, which is so important.
Monday sounds good.
Monday's always good. It's one of those refreshers, putting it all together. So that's, quick fire, question and answer. We'll play 4 interesting hands as well. So, of course, that's included in the subscription. Actually, the more experienced players definitely can dip into the Monday or indeed switch to Monday. I know they like coming on a Wednesday, but obviously Monday would be more testing for them.
They can do both.
If they can do both. Yeah. Yeah. Good. So, Franny, have a good week yourself.
Yes, you too. And we'll all catch up again next Wednesday or even Monday.
Yes, Monday. And I'll catch up with you Wednesday. And then in 2 weeks' time, I'm in another mysterious location.
Clues?
Clues. I will be packing a suitcase.
Oh, you will be. Okay.
Yes. Right. And the country I'm going to begins with P for Peter.
Oh.
So there'll be more clues next week. Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic.
You can put your thinking cap. Until then, I'll be watching the World Cup, Franny, where England are still in it, as you know. I was very sad to see Australia go out.
Yeah, so was I, actually.
Not.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm only kidding. Who did they get beaten by?
Starting to scream. All right. Well, we'll all catch up again in a week.
Yes, and wish England good luck, Franny. I know it's probably against your nature, but we're playing Norway on Saturday night.
Yes, I heard that.
Yeah, so that's a really biggest game we played for at least 4 years. So I'll be there watching that one and cheering them on.
What's Norway like?
Norway are pretty good. Yeah, actually, they're dark horses, and they've got this really good superstar player called Erling Haaland, who's their superstar. So, yeah, it'd be really interesting. If we get past Norway, we're doing really quite well.
Oh, well, good luck.
Thank you. Say, is Gloria there?
No, she's taken off. She was.
I was hoping we'd see Gloria, because I love Gloria's expression.
Gloria's...
Next week, can we see Gloria's expression?
Gloria can get cranky quite easily.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
No, I can see that.
You
Well, it's
can
lovely
see
chatting with you. I'm going to
All
go
right.
and take them on their walk.
All right. Have a lovely time, and we'll all catch up again soon. It was
Yeah.
nice
Have a
to
great
be
weekend.
see
Bye,
everyone.
Franny.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, Jack's mum.